Hello, welcome to MoreBikes.co.uk. We are here in Sardinia and riding this, the new Honda X-ADV. It's one of the most original bikes for this year. It might have been eclipsed slightly by the new Fireblade in Honda's range, but it's certainly something brand new and quite exciting, I think. It's half scooter, half motorbike, and the looks are more on the scooter side, but it takes a lot of inspiration and a lot of styling and some actual detail and capability from Honda's adventure bikes. So the first idea behind this bike was that it needed to be an easy to ride bike, easy to get on with, and still capable. So those sort of scooterish trends of being able to just jump on it, twist and go, and also ability to take it for light off-road. Now we've ridden this about 200 kilometers today, and we've done mainly tarmac, but we've done also a little bit of trails and sandy roads. So it's on the roads, it's absolutely a joy to ride. It's quite heavy on paper. It's 238 kilos, but it feels dead light. It's really flickable on the little roads here. The surfaces are pretty good most of the time, and you can really wind it on and give it some, and it really goes quite nicely. The engine is the 750cc parallel twin from Integra. That hasn't really changed for this bike, and it runs on the DCT system, so it's the dual clutch transmission, which means that this bike is effectively an automatic, but if you want, you can flick it to manual mode and then use the paddles in the left shift gear here just to flick the gears up and down. I tried both. I started with the drive mode and then flicked it on to the sport mode. Now, there's 3 different levels of sport, and I put it on Sport 3 for the fast windy roads, which means that it shifts the gear at higher revs, so it holds on to the gears slightly longer going up, and it also then shifts down quicker, so you get more engine braking. Absolutely fantastic on those windy roads. In the towns, the drive mode is perfect. I also tried the manual setting, and I've had an Africa Twin with the DCT for a year, and on that bike I often go on the manual setting, simply because I feel like that bike needs the sort of more controlled gear changes, whereas on this one I was really happy with the DCT all day. They've changed the settings on the DCT ever so slightly. The gear ratios are slightly shorter, about 5% shorter, which means that it just shifts a little more aggressively, and it really shows. It was such a pleasure to ride. At no point did it feel sluggish. It's not the fastest bike in the world. It's not the lightest bike in the world. But if you're looking for something that's just fun, something a little bit different, it's a perfectly good bike to ride. I could see people using it as a commuter and maybe take it out for a weekend ride as well. Price-wise, this will cost you £9,599 when it comes to UK dealerships in mid-April, and the colours available will be this red one. You'll also have 2 different versions of silver. You'll have matte and metallic silver, and then there's a white one as well. So pick whichever you want. I think this red one looks really great. It's slightly different. It looks less scooterish in this sort of red colour scheme, whereas the silver ones tend to look a little bit more sort of traditional, more akin to your T-Max and that kind of bikes. But it's certainly not to be dismissed as just another scooter. It's definitely something that is fun to ride, and I've had a very enjoyable day on it. Go and check it out. That's all from me. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned on MoreBikes.co.uk.